Pinkerton, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Today I am here, the defendant, to represent my client from AU Bright Smiles Dental. Now, my client here has been accused for flagging its folders with a red sticker on it that does say AIDS. During the investigation, the Office of Civil Rights discovered this and said that our client did not safeguard the information, and people and clients were able to see this information that wasn't safeguarded. I'm not here to say that my client did not have a folder with the red sticker on it. I'm here just to prove that my client did safeguard the information as best as his ability could. So in order to explain to you how my client personally safeguards people's and its clients' personal health information, I need to walk you through their office. So when you first walk into AU Bright Smiles Dental, it is an open area where they have a nice waiting area and a play area for the children. There are no desks that you can be presented to walk up and ask any questions. You first walk up to a computer, and that's where you sign in. After you sign in, an assistant or somebody that works at the desk will come and open up a door, and then from there you're able to go through the door, and it has a long hallway. As soon as you look immediately to your right, there is a desk, and this is where they handle all the inpatients. Now, they handle each inpatient one at a time, or the families one at a time. Then if you look immediately to your left, they would have the outpatients, and this is where they would handle each individual outpatient as they went out, whether they wanted to reschedule or needed any other information. At AU Bright Smiles Dental handles a file. It always sits behind the desk. They pull open the file, they look at it, they have the computer right there next to them. The file never transits in between the office or is carried down into maybe the cleaning room or where they would do oral surgery at. The office always stays behind the desk in the filing records area. It is just brought up to the computer to verify what's in the computer and what's in the file matches up together, and that the patient is identified as well with the file and the computer records that we have. So in order to show you one of these files, I would like to grab Exhibit A and walk through what you can see on the files. So here is a typical file that you would find at AU Bright Smiles Dental, and I have shown right here is the file in question of the little red sticker in the bottom left hand corner of the file, which clearly shows the words AIDS across it. But what you will not see on this file is any personal identification for the client or people that receive care at AU Bright Smiles Dental. What you will see is a 5-digit number, which is their registration number for the dental office. This one is 65879. So no identifiable information is presented on any of the folders on the outside except for identification code and a flag. So as you can see, AU Bright Smiles Dental only has 2 identifications on the outside of their folder. The one on top, which is a registration identification for when they register with the dental office, and is only linked to the dental office itself. It's not linked to any other information about them. Phone number, social security, none of that. It's just a personal number that they get when they register with the office. And then the little flag that might indicate that a person or patient needs special or extra care. Many doctors have stated and made the claim from the Journal of Natural Science and Biology and Medicine that many oral problems come with having AIDS, such as candidiasis, kaposis, sarcoma, hairy leukoplankia. So the care for the people with HIVs is challenging due to its medical complexity, physical manifestation, and the need for infection control procedures. Now, to continue further, to show how my client was safeguarding this information and was in compliance, I will refer you to a document from the Code of Federal Regulations, Section 45. The Department of Health and Human Services, Privacy and Security, Section 164.514, Section C states that implementation specifications for re-identification. A covered entity may assign a code or other means of record identification to allow information de-identified under this section to be re-identified by the covered entity, provided that the code or other means of record identification is not derived from the related to information about the individual and is not otherwise capable of being translated so that the identification or identity the individual. The covered identity does not use or disclose the code or other means of record identification for any other purpose and does not disclose the mechanism for re-identification. It goes on further to state that a covered entity must make reasonable efforts to limit the access of such persons or classes identified in paragraph D2IA of this section to protected health information consists with paragraph D2IB of this section. D2IA states those persons or classes of persons as appropriate in this workforce who need access to protected health information to carry out their duties. And section D2IB states for each such person or class of persons the category or categories of protected health information to which access is needed and any condition appropriate to such access. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my case. I would like you to consider the fact that my client does have a folder with the red sticker that does say AIDS, but clearly it does not have any identifier to who the client is. My client also did its best at safeguarding this information by limiting the access that it could for people on a need-to-know basis, by providing a one customer at the counter time situation where they handled inpatients and outpatients at different counters. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Your Honor.